Hello my Aquarians and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. Hope you're having a great time. We're moving through Pisces right now. Before we dive into your story, I do want to bring up our sponsor, Witecki Bootcamp. This is the class I personally teach live on Sundays starting this Sunday. There is a new world coming around the corner. It will be the order in which we decide it is. It's not the new world order that the rich guys want it to be if we don't let it happen. That's by each person standing in their power. If you're ready to stand in your power, if you want to be a leader in the new world, this is the time to take this class. It's the only class where we teach everything we know about walking the master's path is what we call it. So witeckibootcamp.com for more details. And I do want to invite you down to the mothership, soulgarden.me. We have so much going on. We have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays at SG Prime Time. We have a full chat room. We have the Love Lounge. We have extra content there. We have writers. We have Zen. She is the writer here for Aquarius. She's writing something called 5D right now. Very Aquarian sounding. Aquarius just think they're living in 5 dimensions. I think that's so funny. But come on down and, you know, rub elbows with us. At least register with the site so we can get an email to you if something happens, right? That's one way to stay in contact for you YouTubers out there. Now for the Aquas, where are we? We're in Chapter 2 of Sun in Pisces, and the Aquarians this month are working on their soul capital. Now, soul capital is one of the 12 states of awareness that make up what we call reality. There's a part of our soul that is constantly judging value, whether you like it or not. It is instant, it is there. Think about anything at all. Think of a tree. Think of this. Think of that. There's always a value that comes with it instantly. You care about it, you don't care about it. Hold on. There's a part of your soul that is recording all the time what is valuable. And if you become aware of that value consciousness and you program it to what you want, then by law of attraction, you begin to draw in equal value consciousness, equal value systems, etc. This is our power to manifest. This is our power to lightcast. This is what boot camp is about. So if you want to take boot camp when you're learning this, how to manifest, this is the month to do it. On Monday, we're making a distinct corner turn because Saturn rules the day. It is time to decide on Monday the parts of your values you want to dump. What do you want to get rid of? I want to get rid of this self-esteem issue about my weight. I want to get rid of this issue. So you want to get rid of issues that cause value depreciation inside of you. And that means maybe going to the gym. I mean, you got to have solution in some cases. Also, this is about you maybe deciding not to disvalue yourself, all sorts of things. Stepping away from your dysfunctional value consciousness and deciding what that means on Monday. The moon will be in Taurus on Monday. So on Monday, your emotions are going to feel more fragile. And that'll probably inspire you. You'll probably feel a little icky, a little fragile on Monday. And that will inspire you to make some value decisions, which are important, of course. On Tuesday, we act on that decision. Now, because Mars rules the day on Tuesday, and it's time to act and step out, but you're going through a nesting and resting with the moon in Taurus, you might feel a little anxiety, especially if you haven't nurtured yourself. So if you're having anxiety on Tuesday, you haven't nurtured yourself. So be careful and conscious of that. But what you want to do is act on it. So if you decided that you're going to go and raise your value consciousness by stepping away from negative consciousness, put your money where your mouth is, put it into action on Tuesday. It is part of our Lightcast system of manifesting reality, putting into action. This stuff works. Now, for those I watch over in the Guardian Agency, I will send out personal texts that are designed to help you step up and act. Each person is inspired by something unique to them. I'll be digging in your chart and sending that to you in a text on Tuesday to be of better service. On Wednesday, it's time to hold space. This is the turning point really to Chapter 2. And look at this, the birth of a powerful grand trine in Earth, a soul pyramid in Earth. Now for those who are new to Soul Garden, I'll explain what this means. For one, it is now time on Wednesday, hump day, to hold space for the new value consciousness. And if you don't know what your new value is, if anything, you just want to hold what you do know, okay? So you walk the earth like you are free of that dysfunction, and you walk the earth facing the function. And even if you're not dysfunctional, I know dysfunction is a strong word, but you know, whatever, the stuff you want to get rid of, okay? This soul pyramid, though, says that this is going to accelerate between now and the weekend. And what this means is when the energy lines up like this, it literally begins to accelerate in our soul, and we literally begin to put things together at a faster rate. And when we do that, we have epiphanies, and our life changes profoundly. So space and time speed up. Time is going to speed up now in the next 2 weeks. It's going to fly by. It's because of this. What this is here, Jupiter representing, on the one hand, the universe is saying to the Aquarius, it's time to stretch your pillows. You need bigger pillows, more self-nurturing, more care. in order to perform the next trick that Aquariuses have to go through. More self-care. On the other hand, you have to move forward with having faith in yourself and step out of your crap in your subconscious. Time to get past the weeds. You're out of time, says Pluto. If you don't do it, Pluto will do it for you. It'll steamroll right over it. So here we have faith growing and security growing. What needs to change? Mars. Retrograde Mars in Virgo, which is super, super interesting to me. To me it is. And that is because, well, frankly, it means you're going to have to move backwards and change a lot of details that you might have thought were going to stick around. All right? And what details would those be, Chris? Well, they would be boundaries, intimacy. Aquariuses seem to refuse to play along with others. Okay? It's because you're afraid others are going to take away your freedom. I know it. I see it in my Aquarius clients all the time. But the thing is you're so sticky about when you will open or not open, 9 out of 10 times it is in my client's way. So the universe is saying, you got to take care of yourself, you got to get over yourself with your old fears, and you got to get comfortable in new hot water if you want to be successful. All right, formula is right here. I think I said it well. Now, here's the thing. The moon goes into Gemini at this point, which, as all this is happening, suddenly your inner child is inspired. Aha! So your personal dreams open up, and you are personally inspired inside your heart, and you are inspired to move forward and take care of yourself at the same time. It's an interesting thing. Moving on to Thursday. On Thursday, it's a healing day. Chiron rules the day. What's most fascinating to Thursday for me is as your emotions are moving forward with inner child, as you are thinking about it, dreaming about it, Neptune comes online at 1 degree. And Neptune is the holy moly planet of Pisces. It is for lack of a better term, it's where God happens to be investing her energy, and it is in Pisces, which is soul capital, self-esteem. The universe is setting an engine of inspired self-esteem that turns on right now. After you cut away the stuff that doesn't work. I just find that so fascinating. And things are really holy, all the while your inner child is inspired. Then on Friday, we have an expansion day. This is when things really begin to shift. This is when life really begins to shift. You're going to see that Saturday is the apex of the week, or the climax of the week, but you might experience the climax as soon as Friday due to what's going on. First of all, Jupiter rules the day, so that means we're all going to grow, we're all going to expand, new things are going to happen. We have Neptune right now. That means miracles are happening and birdies are whispering in our ear, so we've got the universe online. Check this out that begins to happen. The moon shifts into Cancer, so your emotions now shift to daily awareness. You become very, very hyper aware. You're feeling everything in your body, and you're having to balance reality and your lifestyle with this inner faith. So you might have to do some yoga. You might have to get in your body on Friday to feel grounded. But this is part of the weird yoga pose the universe is putting onto us as we move into Saturday. It's a very interesting, it's like Twister, where all of our energies are being pulled. And what comes out of it, I don't know. Nobody knows. You want to spin the wheel. Now, if you need a little inspiration on Friday, don't forget, Carolyn and myself are live with SG Live, our only webcam radio series, and it is recorded, so you can go back and watch it. That is at what we call SG Prime Time, which happens at 9 a.m. Honolulu all the way to 7 p.m. in London. Figure out where you are in between. On Saturday, this is the holy moly moment. As if the universe couldn't add one more thing, it does. It adds one more opposition to this whole party. First of all, Uranus rules the day on Saturday. So on Saturday, breakdown. No matter where you stand with self-value consciousness and money and self-esteem and all of this value consciousness, the universe is going to force your hand on Saturday. And if you have built your house out of brick, everything will be fine. You're just going to go up on the elevator and see things higher. If you haven't built your house out of brick, then you're going to find that things break down in order for you to get on that elevator. Okay? So that's going to happen by itself. Then we've got this grand triangle we've been talking about all week, which comes to a head because everything gets tighter. Mars is now 13, Jupiter's now 7. They changed degrees and got closer by Saturday. Neptune, of course, is online. And look at this. Venus directly at 28 degrees opposes Saturn directly at 28 degrees. You can't write this stuff in astrology. That's what inspires me so much. It's days like this where I'm just like, oh my gosh. So now I'm going to make you watch it so I don't feel so crazy. What this is another opposition at the same time. While the universe is saying, hey, you've got to manifest and balance reality with spirit, you've also, Venus, have got to balance it with Saturn and Libra. Okay? What's that, Chris? Well, Saturn and Libra is the part that has been saying you need to reconsider what you believe because it may need to get bigger or from a different perspective or whatever. Saturn retrograde is you coming to conclusions on exactly what you believe. Venus down here in Aries, 29th degree, is making you open up and be more creative in your mind. So your mind is opening, you're being forced to look at new beliefs. The universe has got you open here for brainwash, basically on this line, and this line keeps your spirit down to your body, and these three keep everything going. Kind of holy moly day. What I call a holy shift. That's a day where really you should just sit still and let the world shift around you, because God is doing all the work, if you're not noticing here. Now, this has inspired us for a cool new feature we're going to do. This is a community outreach called our GA Alert Network. This is a free text service, and it only happens when something really big happens. So if you want to be in we send out text messages. There might be a commercial in it in order to pay for it, just so you know, but on a Holy Shift Day, we'll send out a text message free to everyone who's on this list that be careful, it's a Holy Shift Day, and sponsored by da-da-da. So text this word to this, and you'll be in the list. And those who are watched over by GA, we've way got you on this, you know that. Then on Sunday, Mercury rules the day. So Mercury means it is breakthrough. It is time to understand. It is time to put it all together. And boy, do we put it all together. This opposition between your body and your spirit and your faith does break. So you get a break if you've gone through any kind of physical turbulence through all of this. This opposition stays in play, but really we're just kind of figuring it out. We're putting our pieces together. And this is the day where really I'm so curious how we're going to feel on Sunday, actually. I'm very curious as how the day is going to feel, because this is really the beginning of the 2012 story after this. As far as we're done with the crap and we're ready to move forward. We've cleared off 2011 and we're ready to move forward. And this is why I planned for boot camp to start on this day, when everything was clean and it was time to move forward. So boot camp does start this day. So those who are in class, we're going to start getting our magic right away in sync with the universe. So that's a good thing. All right, folks, that's all I have for now. Be sure to come on down to the mothership, check us out, check out boot camp, get those tickets, and I will see you in 7 days with more. Until then, live, love, be.